one of my live stream lectures. And before we get started, I just want to take a moment to thank all of my supporters and everyone supporting my channel. And with that being said, let's get on down to today's very important lecture, which is the benefits of having a home office. There are so many phenomenal benefits in having a home office. Even though I retired, I've always had my company, Patterson Associates Resource Center, simultaneously. And now, since I'm retired, I can focus a little bit more on providing services under my company. And with that being said, I've always had a home office, people, always. And I've always used a certified public accountant to file my personal and business taxes. But, you know, there are so many benefits in regards to having a home office, especially when you're getting ready to file your business taxes. Number one, whatever area in your home that you're utilizing for your office, that space that you're using, you know, in terms of where you do your work, your computer, where you're sitting down, all of where you're keeping your office supplies. I don't care. It can be an area with anywhere in your home where you're setting up that as your office. And whatever amount of square footage you're using as your office within your home, you have to turn that information over to your CPA, because they need to know the square footage of your home. I don't care if it's a home or apartment. Your home is your home. So whatever square footage is being used for your office, that a CPA need to know the square footage. You know, rather it's 200 or 300 square foot within your home. He needs to know those figures. He needs to know those numbers. Any money that you're spending on a monthly basis for your mortgage or your rent or whatever, a percentage of all of that money that you're spending on rent, mortgage, utilities, internet, a percentage of all of that is a business write-off, because you have your office within your home, people, and you're doing a legitimate business. I'm telling you, all of that, and that adds up. You know, I was having a conversation with one of my younger nieces who works from home. So that means she has an office at home. And I told her I'm going to get with her, because as she continued to file her taxes, she had been turning over her square footage of what she, in terms of her office that she used within the home, but she wasn't turning over a percentage of her mortgage, her utilities, her internet, homeowners insurance, any bill that you pay in that home. A percentage of that is considered a business write-off, because you have your office within your home, people. And I also recommend her to start using a certified public accountant, because they're going to keep abreast of all of the tax laws. They're going to keep abreast of all of the updated software. They hold a credential in accounting, so they're going to know the ins and outs as you begin to submit all this information for your business taxes in relation to having a home office. Any bill you pay, in terms of if you paying homeowners insurance, internet, water bill, light bill, rent, mortgage, any bill you pay for your home, if you have a home office, a percentage of all of that money that you're spending is a business write-off, people. And I've been using a CPA well over 20 plus something years. My company is over 21 years old, and I have always known to break that down and submit all of that information. So say, for example, if your light bill is a couple of $100 a month, a percentage of that $200 a month you're paying every single month, a percentage of that is a business write-off if you have a legitimate business in a home office. And I'm telling you, this will help reduce your taxable income. It'll help in so many areas. But the biggest piece is you're reducing your taxable income, and you're reclaiming some of that money, people. Real talk. And I tell people, it don't matter if you have a day job. It don't matter if you have a full-time day job. Use your knowledge, skills, and talents to start your own business. I don't care what it is. It can be consulting. It can be working on computers. It can be doing hair. And if you're utilizing any of your space at home in relation to your business, then everything that I'm talking about, you will be able to have a percentage of that as a business write-off. Real talk. And one particular year, for 17 years, I used the same certified public accountant. These people are credentialed in what they do. They have to renew their CPA certification. They have to answer to a board, versus going to one of those H&R blocks and have somebody do your taxes. When you start getting down into particulars like this, people, go ahead and pay the experts. When you start getting into the particulars of your business taxes and your personal taxes, if you want it done correctly, you know, it's okay to have working knowledge of it. It's okay to gather all of your information, but I'm going to yield to the experts, because I'm not just going to have them to do my personal and business taxes. I'm going to also use them to consult throughout the year if I have questions about my business taxes, my personal taxes, the money you spend to pay that certified public accountant to do your personal and business taxes. That's a write-off. That's a business expense. You know, and I'm telling you, I have always known the benefits of using a certified public accountant in relation to having a home office. I don't care if you see one client a week or one client a month, or how many of whatever service you're providing in your home. You know, it can be online service. If you got an office space at home, I'm telling you, all of these business write-offs applicable to every bill you pay within your home, a percentage of that is a write-off. And that's why they need information on the square footage that you're using as your office inside of your home. If there's an area in your room that you don't convert it into an office space, if there's an area in your living room that you don't convert it into your office, if they want to know, all right, what's the amount of footage that you're utilizing to have your office, that computer, that filing cabinet, that desk, your office supplies, and you have to write that down. And then they also want to know the entire square footage of your home and what percentage of that is considered office space. And I'm telling you, this is a powerful financial tip. Real talk. You know, I always filed my personal business taxes early. My personal business tax has been filed since January, people. So I'm now already on an ongoing basis. I'm getting my stuff ready to file for taxes for the end of 2025. I stay ahead of the game, people. And like I said, I literally had a conversation with my young niece in her early 20s, because she has a home office. She has an office at home, and I want to make sure that she is reaping the full benefits of having a home office to reduce her taxable income, and to make sure you use a certified public accountant. Don't try to do everything yourself. A lot of people start messing up with the taxes when they try to do everything themselves. You know, tax laws are changing every day as we speak, people. The ins and outs. These certified public accountants, they have the credential to do this. They're going to stay abreast of all of the tax laws. Their goal is to get you the best that you can outcome on your personal and business taxes. It's okay to have working knowledge of it. It's okay to pull all your documents together. It's okay to align yourself with a certified public accountant. But at a certain point, you need to yield to the experts. They got the software to do all this. You know, versus trying to do it yourself, or versus trying to go to an H&R Block or TurboTax. You know, those people don't have a credential as a certified public accountant. They don't have to renew their credential. They don't have to answer to a credentialing board, people. This is real talk. Yield to the experts. You know, the most wealthiest people in the world are aligning themselves with a certified public accountant. Real talk, people. So when you start doing your own entrepreneurship, or I don't care what it is, and when rather you got a W-2 job or not, Go ahead and stop being cheap and pay the experts to do your personal and business taxes, because there are a lot of people who are in so much trouble with Internal Revenue Service. They owe money, they owe bank tax, they about to get their assets frozen, bank accounts frozen, because they don't messed up and they can't figure out how they messed up. This is real talk, because Internal Revenue Service is one person you do not want to mess with. They will freeze your assets, they will tap into your bank account. If you owe them, you either going to pay now or you're going to either pay later. Go ahead and pay the experts to file your personal and business taxes, and the money you spend on paying them on a yearly basis, it will be a write-off that next year. Real talk. So again, there's so many benefits in having a home office. I've had a home office for well over 21 plus years. And I'm going to continue, as long as I'm providing services under my company, Parents and Associates Resource Center, as long as God give me breath, I'm going to continue to have a home office, and I'm going to continue to align myself with a certified public accountant to file my personal and business taxes on a yearly basis. So that's all I have. Simplify, Simple Fidelis, and I'm going to leave you in the care of your own conscience. Have a great day.